And that's bye-bye Ushuaia. It was a good stay for a touristy place, eh?
Yes. Yeah, and we had great weather as well. Only rained a little bit last night. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually as cold as we thought it would be. Everybody talks about the very cold south, and I can imagine it gets very cold here, but we were happy with the weather.
Just as we left today, there was an icy wind.
Yes, yes. There is an icy wind sometimes, but it's not freezing. And now it's the long trek north. It's a very rainy day on Terra del Fuego as we are saying goodbye for the land of fire. First time it's the weather that we thought we were going to be getting. Grey skies and rain through the night, but at least there is some sun. As Green says, it's sunny in
Argentina!
Where we're taking the ferry over this morning, and then we are back in Rio Gallegos. And we have finished our backtracking, and we will be heading up the Argentinian coast hunting for
macaroni penguins and
armadillos. So let's go and see how quickly we can get on that ferry and pop over the Magellan Strait.
For the first time, we were early for the ferry and first in the queue. Luckily, we didn't have to wait long before the ferry arrived, and we could hop on.
And we're first on the ferry. That's a first.
Let's go and pay.
But it means we are off last. Okay, one more border to go. We're over the Magellan Strait for the last time.
Is this our last thing?
Yeah, I think it is.
Eager beavers.
Yes, some people are in a hurry. Not even waiting for directions. Just go, go, go. Vamos!
Gracias, señor. Continue.
Ciao.
In Rio Gallegos, we met up with Evelyn and Tom of the La Fortuga crew and spent a wet and rainy night prying and catching up with them. They were heading south, so it was great that our paths crossed again. The next morning we said our goodbyes and continued our search for penguins and armadillos.
We are heading north on the Argentinian coast, pushing away from the southern point, and we are seeing a lot of game next to the road. So Corinne is on the prowl for pictures of the rias, the little ostrich-like things, because here is an enormous amount of babies. Over there, they blend quite well with the landscape, but she's got her big rig out. She has a big rig out. They are a bit nervous, so they're scattering now, following the mum. Now it's time for serious penguins, pumas and armadillos. Yay! We have to quickly pop into the headquarters of the park, of the Monte Leon Mountain Lion Park, and go and register. We are a little bit late. We think they close at 5 and it's like 5 minutes past 5. So we hope we can register and camp tonight in the park. Again, entry in the park is free and even camping is free. Viva Argentina!
Luck was on our side and the office was still open, so we could register and enter the park.
Yeah, and the window's open.
Ah, yes.
Okay, registration is done. Let's go and see the pumas. Okay. So no mascotas, but there was definitely a sign say fishing allowed.
Parque Nacional Monte Leon has a big sea lion and penguin colony with a big variety of flora that is indigenous to the Patagonian coastline, and we were very excited to get to know this area a bit better. We have read about a penguin colony that can be visited, and the rumor was that it was wheelchair accessible. Only time will tell. Fishing, swimming.
Can we pick the pumas?
No, you can't. There was a small challenge at the start of the hike, but it looked pretty flat after that.
But there's a little bit of a situation here for me to get there.
It was 2.5 kilometers off the track, and I decided to give it a go.
Think I can make it?
I think it's like that. Easy.
Yeah.
Must help them. Can't you do it with one arm?
No. You must record while I fall on my ass.
In these situations, I always have to compare the risk of damaging my chair to the experience I will have. A broken wheelchair can be disastrous. It has happened in Angola. I will link the video above if you want to have a look at that.
Twisting you.
We kept going, although it was tough in the wheelchair, but it was great to be out and about and to get some exercise.
Gravity is like...
The penguin colony hosts thousands of Magellanic penguins that nest here, breed and raise their chicks. The colony stretches far down the beach as far as the eye can see. It was really funny seeing the chicks attempting their first swim on the beach. It was a great place to get very close to penguins and to see how they nest. The path was very well marked, so you did not stray in between the nests. The penguins did not seem to be disturbed by the human presence at all. The penguin chicks was molting and losing their baby feathers. Molting is a yearly process for penguins, but the chicks were replacing light grey feathers with the black and white adult feathers. Parque Nacional Monte Leon is one of the few places with a big cougar aka puma population. The chance of seeing a puma in the day are very small as they are nocturnal animals. But there are information boards up informing you on how to behave if you were approached by a puma. The chance of seeing pumas in the day are very small as they are nocturnal animals, but there were information boards informing you on how to behave if you were approached by a puma. Then it was time to head back, which was a lot tougher. We did not record much as Karine had to push me up the inclines as it was against the wind and the very tough terrain was very difficult to handle without the help of gravity.
So can I do 5 kilometers in my wheelchair to the penguins and back? Yes. Was it worth it, honey?
Yes. I'd glad to be back in the car and out of the wind.
Yes. And now the adventure continues as we go on to Pelicans number 2 and hopefully armadillos and pumas first sighting today. For 2 weeks we've been channeling armadillos because it's the one animal we haven't seen. And today we are on a serious hunt. We've received some fresh intelligence that they are on this little gravel road. And the tension is palatable as we are slowly cruising down this very noisy road, keeping our eyes peeled for them. So far we haven't seen anything. Every time I see a tin or a dark rock, I think it's armadillo. But yeah, only time will tell. We will keep on looking. And a very good morning. Our hunt for armadillos was still unsuccessful, so we decided to sleep right next to the road, close to the hot spot, to see if we cannot find any armadillos. But so far we've only seen one fox or jackal, lots of guanacos in the distance chasing each other. We've heard some birds, but still no armadillos. But we are confident we will see them. So we're going to take a slow drive back to the highway this morning and see if they're not out and about a bit later. We are confident our efforts will be paid off. So that was a bust on our armadillo search, but we will keep our hopes up and keep on searching, keeping our eye out for a moving rock. Wish us well. But next up it is penguins. Let's go.
We then headed to Puerto Desohado on the recommendation of other overlanders to visit Isla Pingüino, the penguin island. There was a tour to the island, but it was weather dependent and there was a storm brewing off the coast. So we had to wait and see if we could do that tour.
Good morning to Penguin Day. After a very windy yesterday, we have received confirmation that we are going on our Isla de Pingüino, Penguin Island tour, where we will hopefully see lots of penguins, cormorants and hopefully some dolphins on the way there and back. It's really early, but at least the mornings are quite a bit warmer as we continue north. We're all packed up, so let's go and find penguins. Do you feel lucky, honey? Do you feel like penguins?
Macaroni.
And
Hopper. Armadillo.
That's a story for another time. Please head over to patreon.com/Fearless on 4 Wheels to subscribe and get these videos first and view them ad-free. Or like and subscribe this video to support our channel. Thank you for watching.